What's up guys, my name is Adriana Madrigal, and if you are new to my channel then welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber then welcome back. So for today's video I decided to do this look on a very pinky look. Don't know what to call it, alright? Don't judge me. I put this look up on my Snapchat. I was playing with makeup and I was like, do you guys want to see a tutorial on this? Surprisingly, I got some feedback that you guys did not. I'm just kidding. Most of you guys replied saying that you did want to see a tutorial, so here I am filming this tutorial. The only thing I did different from my Snapchat is this lip color. So I kind of wanted to start something new on my channel where I would kind of talk about topics we can all relate to. I feel like not a lot of people talk about important things anymore. I kind of wanted to start something where I would read a quote that kind of spoke to me, and I hope that it speaks to you guys as well. So the quote that I chose out for today is from Mandy Hale. Her quote says, "Strong women don't play victim, don't make themselves look pitiful, and don't point fingers. They stand and deal." I think we are all guilty of doing this. I know for a fact, for sure I am. For a long time, I would think, even now sometimes I catch myself that, I feel like the world might be out to get me, and that's not the case sometimes. Sometimes bad things have to happen for something good to happen. If we keep that in mind and we take those strong emotions that we have and flip it and turn it into fuel to drive us forward into a correct direction, then I think we can really start doing an impact in our own lives. Yeah, that's all that I have to say for that quote. Now let's move on to the tutorial. In today's video, I'm not going to be going over the rest of my face. I'm just going to be talking about the eye look, so here we go. So using my BH Cosmetics palette, I'm going to be using one of the brighter colors on the palette. Using this fluffy brush from e.l.f. I've had this forever, but I still find it really useful. I'm going to start lining the outer V of my eye shape. When you're applying the eyeshadow, make sure it has like this winged out effect. It's kind of intimidating, I know, but you just swipe it out and this should help the motion of it. And you want to make sure you're doing it lightly. Then we're slowly going to move it in towards the middle here, very softly. So then I'm going to take another brush and we're going to use nothing on this brush. And we're just going to be moving it a little bit forward just to blend it out a bit. Now I'm going to be taking this dome brush and I'm going to be going in with the color that's really neon pink in the NYX Brights palette. And we're just going to start lining the outer V of our eye and just deepening it with this bright color. Alright, so I don't know why my camera just stopped recording out of nowhere, but basically what I did, what you missed, was I took like an angled brush and I went in with that dark purple color on my Brights palette and I really worked it into the crease, and I just lined right here, just really working it in, and I really shaped it out. And then I put some concealer as a base on my lids so we could start prepping for the eyeshadow that's going to go on the lids. And the color I used in the inner corner was from the Naked 3 palette. I used the shade Dust. It's like this super glittery, pinkish but whitish, really glowy look if you can't tell. In the next color, I'm going to be doing kind of like a gradients effect. So for the next color, it's also from the Naked 3 palette. All the colors that are going to be on the lid are from the Naked 3 palette, and all the ones that were on the crease to blend were from the BH Cosmetics palette and also the NYX Brights palette. The one that's going to go in the center of my lid is going to be in the shade Burnout. I had to look really quick because I don't memorize the names of them. And sometimes if the pigmentation is not picking up, I like to use my finger, and this usually sets the color a lot better. Like, you can see the pigment way better. I'm going to be using the color Buzz, and I'm going to start it off with the brush, see how that works out, and if it's not as pigmented as I'd like, then I'm going to go back with my finger as well, but I think we'll be safe like this. Okay, I'm going to use my finger. So then to blend out that color on my lids, so I'm going to be using that same angled brush I was just talking about, and we're going to be going in with that dark purple color, and we're going to be lining out the crease again. And I'm going to be kind of mixing it with that bright pink color as well. And we're just going to be lining the outer V. So for the next step, I'm going to be taking that bright pink that we had at the beginning, and I'm just going to be using a flat shader brush. This is just the one that came in the Naked 3 palette. And I'm going to be taking that bright pink color from the NYX Brights palette, and I'm just going to be lining that at the bottom lash line. And you want to put most of the product on the outside corners, and kind of try to connect them to the eyeshadow that's above, and start lining the rest of the product on the rest of the eye. And that's it for the eyeshadow. This is a matte liquid eyeliner from NYX. I really like the finish that it has. It reminds me of the NYC one that I used to have, but it got discontinued. So I'm just using this one to be doing eyeliner. And I'm going to actually start by doing the wing first, because that way you follow the shape of the eyeshadow a lot better. So I'm just going to grab a mirror and I'm going to start doing the wing. You see? That is my limit. Like, the wing has to, imagine if it kept going forever and ever, and imagine this tail went forever and ever. Where those two would meet, that's kind of the angle you're supposed to go at. That's like how it naturally falls a little bit better, because there's people that do it too up or too to the side, and this kind of just creates that perfect angle for your eye shape. Then I'm going to start attaching a line that connects back to the center of the eye. So this and this connect. Remember that one video of Snoop Dogg where he's like, "Hey, it's Todd. White guys connect. Yeah, baby." And if you haven't watched it, just look up on YouTube Snoop Dogg, White Guys Connect. It is the funniest thing ever, I swear to God. Snoop Dogg is wearing like some blonde wig. Check that out. And after you have that gap in there, then that's the easy part. You just fill it in. So yeah, you just fill in that little gap that you have going on. The rest should be fairly easy. You just kind of like line the rest of it. You don't want this part to be too thick. Here at the inner corner, that's where the thinnest part of your winged eyeliner should be. So you just keep it as close to your lash line as you possibly can. And now I'm going to just move on with the lashes. The lashes that I'm going to be using are not going to be the mega volume ones for today, because I do want it to be a little bit more wispy. So I'm going to be using some lashes. They look like this. They're a little bit more sparse here. I'm not sure what brand it is because I threw away the packaging of it when I did the first use. But yeah, I'm just going to be going in with these lashes that I already used. Especially when you're using like a thin lash band, you do not want to go in with a lot of glue. That will just mess up your look, make your eyes watery. The product will get in your eyes will get even more watery, and that's a mess. So when you're applying the glue, make sure you're applying a really thin layer. To apply them, you're just going to let them dry for a little bit, and you're going to find some tweezers. I find that tweezers are the best way to apply. And grab the lash with the tweezers from the center, because when you're applying, you want to put pressure on the center part of your eye first. Then from there, we're going to work it in the inner corner, then the outer corner. Because I feel like when you start with the outer corner, you kind of flick up the other side, and the inner corner is really hard to fix. As opposed to the outside corner, if it flicks up, you have that thick eyeliner to cover it up, so it's okay. So we're just letting that dry. I think it's good. You're just going to apply it close to the lash line as you can. And then you're going to work in the inner corner and work the outer corner. And there you go. Use mascara. The mascara that I always use is the Lash Sensational from Maybelline. This one is my ride or die. Like, this one always has my back. It's so good. So we're just going to do a thin layer because we just want to have the natural lashes kind of combined with the fake ones. But you don't want it to look clumpy since these lashes are like more wispy. So you're just going to do a light layer, just enough to combine the fake and the real lashes. You want to be careful not to put it on your skin. And if you do, you can go back with a brush and just swipe it off. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. That is not a thumbs up, oh my god. Well anyways, if you want to keep up with my videos, make sure you subscribe and it'll come down on your listings. If you guys want to know right when I post, you can click that little bell and that will notify you every time that I post. That's about it. That's all I got for you guys today. If you guys haven't checked out my latest videos, just check out my channel and you'll see the rest of my postings there. Bye!